All right, let's look at this. So this was a post over on Icy Veins, and it's called Big Boosting Community Owner, $20,000 per month. Trader answers many questions. All right. So, there we go. Guess we don't know which community. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. So this is obviously doesn't matter. So this guy says, hi there. So I'll try to break this into little questions. What is this? Oh. I'll try to break this into little questions. Why are you really here doing this? It's rare. This is basically all this information is why. So it's rare we've ever had the opportunity to discuss the player base, the strategies and procedure with the player base. We're actively in play. We're not here to poop on our own party. Now, now the market is on full reset. A new strategy will take precedence. That isn't a limiting factor. So, I think that whilst Blizzard had the right intention, they once again completely messed up these changes. They did wrong by a huge player base, and I relish the opportunity to highlight that. Had that. This "we don't want you" approach from the casual player base definitely grinds my teeth a little, and I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot of lack of understanding. You hate boosting, fine, but this update doesn't achieve what you want and eradicate boosting. It makes the key issues worse. You still get the exact same problems, except now huge player base has been alienated too. So like this right here, I'm going to have to disagree with this. It removes the main thing that people were super annoyed about, right? It removes the super hyper spam in trade chat, right? If that's ever going to happen again, then people will know it's people boosting on their own server. Like, it's going to be guilds that they know, not a big boosting. Like, they didn't like the super hyper spam for boosting communities that own every single server. That's what people did not want. So I don't fully agree with this. But the whole huge player base has been alienated. I agree. Like, the way that Blizzard goes about this it's a little weird, right? Because they're like, oh, we're banning boosting, but not really. You know? And then the majority of the player base will be like, okay, well, boosting is banned from the game. So it's pretty problematic, which I do agree with. So the reason that this post is just super funny to me is because the first thing that this guy types is about real money. He talks about RMT. So from this moment, I was like, okay, this guy is mad about not being able to make tons of money anymore. Like, or these people that wrote this up. So, like, you know, that's how I feel about it. Because you would, I definitely feel like you wouldn't mention RMT first if you were a 100% legit gold only booster. But maybe that's just me. So let's see. Even if real money boosting ceases to exist, gold selling, like in any game, will be here to stay. I would rather see real money boosting broken down than gold boosting. Whilst it would slice my income severely, it wouldn't destroy a huge part of the game I love. Like, what? They've always cracked down on RMT and people boosting for real money. They've always done this. This changes nothing. They're literally making this policy change because it takes so much energy and resources for them to go through all of the legit boosting communities, right? Boosters know that a lot of people are buying boosts or using RMT to get their gold. Yeah, so you know. But anyway, World of Warcraft is 2 games. It's an open world RPG experience, and it's a competitive MMO. I think a lot of the more casual players should sympathize more with the competitive player base that has built their playstyle around using boosting to fill long and harsh content droughts by creating their own challenging gameplay experiences. And like, I agree with that. But the thing is, like, he's complaining about this like boosting is gone from the game. It isn't. It's not. It's still here. Big boosting communities and big boosting organizations and advertisers only are gone. You can't do that anymore. But the base idea of what boosting is, what he's talking about here, is still here. So it's like, he want to get rich in a pyramid scheme because he's at the top? Yeah. And then here, I personally dislike arena and rated battleground boosting. Whilst I must admit I've sold in this area in the past, it's not something I actively deal with. Most PvP boosting comes from high-end PvPers who can represent themselves. So like, dude, what? Like, you're gonna sit here and say I don't like arena and battleground boosting? Why? You can't, like, either you like the whole thing or you don't. Like, you can't just say, oh, I don't like, you know. Depends on your point of view. If you go from being able to boost anyone from any server to only people on your own server and connected realms, it cuts out 99.99% of your customers' base. I mean, yes, but also cross-round boosting is not gone. It's just if you advertise boosting, you have to participate in it yourself. Right? You can't have a character. So like, you could have 5 guys that are on 5 different realms advertise that they're boosting, right? And then bring in people, or like 4 guys, I mean, or if it's raiding, it's even more. So you could have, if it's raiding, you could have, 15 guys in 15 different realms. If they're participating in the realm, in the raid, then they can bring in people from whatever realm that they decide. So, but a majority of it, yes, I agree, Genie. It does cut out a lot of what they would get, customers from. It would. And then here, I do think boosting in PvP is disrupted. I think there are blatant issues of win trading at the higher level too. But I don't see Blizzard taking a stance against it anytime soon. In my opinion, a good first step would be to make MMR dropping a TOS offense. What? Does this guy think the only reason that they does this guy think the only reason that they decided to ban boosting communities is because of PvP boosting being disruptive? It's obviously not the case. It's weird. The question implies that real money trading has come to an end in World of Warcraft. What? This is very much not the case. What? What question? I'll continue to be working World of Warcraft whilst a lot of websites have stretched into other genres. I've never done anything outside the game I love and likely never will. What? No question. There's nothing that Blizzard said ever that implicated that real money trading is gone from the game. Nothing. One of the things I think most people would find surprising is that the same RMT is just as deep-rooted into high progression guilds as its communities. I don't think that people don't know that. I think the majority of people that actually, really looks into it knows. Working on this industry is no piece of cake. Adjusting to international time zones, juggling boosters, customers, and support with often very limited manpower. It's a lot of work hours, all about the grind. Dude, what is this? Are you kidding me? This guy is saying this, making 20k a month? Dude, what? If you make $20,000 per month, why are you complaining? Are you kidding me? It's still not allowed. Just because you put a lot of work into it doesn't, oh dude, I'm just growing all this weed in my backyard. It's, it takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of time, and it lacks manpower because it's illegal, but I put a lot of time and effort into it. It's like, yeah, but you still can't most places. 18 hours a day for 20K a month, I mean, you would probably... Not a good idea. So in my case, yes, I have a registered business and taxes are handled via outsourced accounting from a professional company. Although a lot of individuals in the market definitely evade taxes, most do this by utilizing cryptocurrency or holding cash in e-wallets. What? Like, dude, this is funny to read. It's so interesting. Like, he's obviously answering a lot of questions that people put into the Reddit post, but like he's making money off of breaking the TOS. Anyway, that was a funny post that I wanted to go over. If you guys are interested in this, you know, if you want to go over it yourself, that's the post right there.